always trying to learn. I got a little happy when I found out Michael Jackson played with the record down in that hotel. I said, Calgary's a town, you know.
I will once again remind you why everyone's here. For those of you who may be tuning in, I'll read a little statement about the ADAPT community. ADAPT is sorry about that, folks. ADAPT is a national grassroots disability rights group. We work for the equality and positive change in policy and programs to include people with disabilities in American society. The main goal of ADAPT is to end the institutional bias in Medicaid that forces people with disabilities from their home and families into expensive institutions and nursing homes. ADAPT proposes legislation, advises decision makers, and suggests constructive solutions on local, state, and national levels. ADAPT believes in action. Like classic civil rights struggles, we may use nonviolent civil disobedience. Most importantly, ADAPT members have helped thousands of people with disabilities live in their own homes with their own families instead of being locked away in undesirable institutions. Do you want to live in a nursing home? This is a statement from ADAPT. So this is what this organization is about. This is what their this is what their struggle is all about, and this is why they are marching in the streets. You know, budget cuts affect everybody, but the people that are affected the most are the people who need the most help. And, you know, the most vulnerable of society are the first ones to be targeted when things like sequesters happen.
I can't stand it. I'm trying to get their number.
So at this point, it seems as if it's a silent march.
You all right, Sparky? Good, good.
And to mention, I will still be going up later on tonight around 7 p.m., 7:30. I'll be in the southeast section of D.C. to document the Justice for Kleeman march and rally. So tell your friends I'll be up for that too. I would also like to give a shout out to Jack from Jack and J&L Live. I'm not sure if he's watching now, but I know he's out of the big house, and I'm glad that he's out. Aloha, Susan and Maui. So these good people here are shutting down the streets of D.C.
No pain, no gain.
That's right.
Look behind us. I love it.
What hashtag am I using? I just, I use the hashtag ADAPT, A-D-A-P-T. To be honest with you, Susan, I just kind of walked right into this thing. I was on my way to Southeast DC to get a layout for the land, because I'm going to be there later on to be covering, unfortunately, a Kamani Gray-like situation that happened here, and what I will be. So I just use the hashtag ADAPT. So I literally walked right into this group, and I saw that there wasn't really much of a media presence here, and I figured that I would live stream this, and I got the okay from the majority of folks here, and that's what we're doing. I'm live streaming this ADAPT action. As you can see how deep this, this action is. So they're saying, free our brothers, free our sisters, free our people now.
So, Mike, we going this way?
We're going to follow. Listen up.
Going down Massachusetts. Follow me.
Right. We're going this way.
Right? Massachusetts. Let's go.
Far ahead of you, Mike.
Yeah, this part of town is a little confusing around here. I've made a mistake of mixing M and Massachusetts up plenty of times.
I'm on the bus. My legs only go up this short. Okay, this is you.
Now, I'm not going to tell you where they're rolling to, but they're rolling somewhere. When we get to where we're going to, I'll explain more. But right now, it's kind of a hush-hush thing.
Free our sisters, free our people now. Free our brothers, free our sisters, free our people now. Free our brothers, free our sisters, free our people now.
But basically, they're demonstrating against the government, in a sense where the government has made promises to adapt, especially the Department of Housing and Urban Development, where they would implement policies which will allow integrated living, which will allow, you know, these fine folks here to maintain their sense of independence while having the help they need to maintain that sense of independence. But the fact of the matter is, the government and the Department of Housing Urban Development has really not done much, and they're fighting to save their homes, to save themselves from being put into a nursing home, which really, if you know about that, a nursing home is really no place to live. So, exactly, Obama wants to cut some of their benefits too. So, you know, when sequesters take place, sequesters usually hurt the people who are most vulnerable. That's right, Idolone. Excuse me. Yep, that's right. That's what the sequester really affects. And as you can see, I mean, because the sequester was put into place, you know, you're not going to see a reduction of the number of demonstrations and actions and protests that you see in the street. You're going to see an increase in them, you know. I've always said that we were living in the American austerity era, and this is it. This is the beginning of the austerity era. This is the very beginning of the austerity era. It all begins when the most marginalized groups start standing up for themselves, and next thing you know, they go after the groups that are less marginalized, and it becomes more intense. And this is what's happening, you know. We're not living in your granddaddy's America anymore. You know, you have banks and financial institutions getting bailed out, but the people who really need to bail out aren't getting anything. So you still have folks down by the circle over there, where the church was. So you know, this is a pretty deep march, pretty deep.
Hell no. I said you lost your leg on them, man. And then we'll get you a chair. But you can't stay in.
But, you know, because it's Washington, D.C., there's always something going on here. And I'm happy to be presenting this to you. And I'm happy to be giving a venue of sorts for those who are marching to let others see what's going on beyond this small bubble here that is the Washington, D.C. metro area. But, you know, I'm kind of astonished by the fact that you do not have a major media outlet here, at least local news. Their local news isn't even here. This is a pretty big march. This is a pretty big action, and local news isn't even here covering this. So it just really goes to show you what kind of agenda the organizations behind local news and mainstream news really have. You know, they'll let you know something. They'll let you think that everything is dandy and fine, and you know there's a recovery going on and all that other sorts of nonsense. But really, that's not the real story. This is the real story right here. This is the real struggle. This is the real story. You know, you're never going to see media outlets like Disney or Nickelodeon just display this type of stuff to kids. No, they're not going to let the children know about this stuff because they want the children to think that everything's a-okay in this fantasy land that they call America. It's not. It's not okay. Not everything's not peachy and okay. I mean, this is what it's come to, that, you know, where's the politicians who claim to represent and fight for their constituents?
Look. You're not 15 inches.
They're nowhere to be found. Right now we're about to pass the Embassy of Australia, just to give you an idea of what part of town we're in. We're on Rhode Island, 16th Street.
up in the library.
Believe me, Idolone, I know all about. I have lived in a situation before with someone who was disabled and who was struggling for his independence. You know, I know. I don't know the first. I don't know the experience from a second-hand account. I know the experience from a first-hand account. So I can relate with this more than more than you would think that I would.
Holly Deer is bisexual, but, whatever. It's like, we're all, we're tight up here. We're very, I love queer folks. Of all kinds. Even heterosexual.
And now we're marching down 16th Street.
I also said you don't have to be weird. Weird is good, yes.
I'm going to archive this and I'll be right back, folks.